Hello you, welcome to Geekism. In the last episode we started working on Satellite Hills, which is a nice little raised area over here. Looking like it's doing pretty well. We're struggling for jobs really, so I think we need to get some more housing in all over the place really. But one person in the comments of the last video pointed out a really great idea, and that was how about a cable car up to the satellite there, which I think is a really good idea. I don't know whether it's actually going to be used very much, but it's something that I think would look really, really good on the skyline there. So we're going to try and do it from down here on the corner of Aspen Street all the way up to the Aspen Street. Is that one long road? Wow, it is as well. Aspen Street's a long road. Alright, so okay, that's fine. Aspen Street to Aspen Street is what we're doing. So let's have a look. Never built one of these before, but they're here. Cable car cables. Connect cables car stops with cables to allow cable cars to travel between them. Please note that the cables cannot make sharp turns. In order to keep passengers safe and happy, build them with gentle curves and small angles. Okay, so end of the line. Okay, so we start with the cable car stop. Is that one? Space is already occupied. What are you already occupied by? We don't know. We just don't know. So we could do like that. What does that look like? Oh, that's neat. Okay, so people come in here, and then I assume, I see, because this can go either way. I mean, we could always look at taking it over there, but that's a bit random. But so, you know, well, it's fine. Let's see how we get on. So cable car lines, and we can go from here. Okay, so we're going to do a nice big old slope up to here, aren't we? So let's put the end in first. Slope is too steep. We might have to do a little bit of terrain conformity here, I think, which is fine. I can never remember where anything is. There we go, terrain. So let's do. So we've got this nice little section here already, but unfortunately we're going to have to probably lose that just to. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's make the brush size a little bit bigger though. Maybe even a bit bigger than that. There we go. Slowly sort of fill that area out, and then, I mean, really, you know, we can add in these little sort of offshooty bits here, because I actually think they work quite nicely, to be honest. I think they look a bit more natural. We are going to have to get rid of some of these cliff trees, though. That's fine. We can add those back in. But anyway, we've got a bit of a space there now. We should be able to do cable car exit. There we go. We'll probably have to redo a little bit of the terrain as well, because it's going to be a little bit funky, isn't it? Let's have a look what it's turned out like. Do you know what? It's not too bad, but yeah, I feel like we have to do a little bit further, because we'll probably want some parking. So let's do something like that. There we go, and then we can add another little area here, and maybe one there. There we go. There we go. That's looking pretty good. There we go. All right, cool. Well, we'll probably look at putting a little bit of parking there, and obviously we'll have to get some sort of fencing around the back here as well, because at the moment it's a bit of a death trap, you know. So that's fine. We can sort that out in a minute. Let's get the actual line itself going. So what I'm thinking is we kind of go like threefold, like there. There and there. There we go. That's pretty good. And maybe this bit could be hired up a little. Oh, no, that's not gonna do what we want, is it? That needs to be raised with move it. So let's smooth all this out for a second. Click move it. Page up, yeah. No, you're not going to do it either. Okay, well, instead then what we'll do is we'll bulldoze you. How's that? See how you like it. We'll do that, and we'll raise the ground ourselves manually. Just a little, just so that there's a bit of height going on. We haven't got like a, you know what I mean? It doesn't go flat all the way and then shoots up at the last minute. We want to have a nice nice raised area. There we go. That looks pretty good there. And then that joins up to there. Okay, and we need to get some power and some water. Let's finish off this terrain here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Let's just take all that back. Smooth this out. That is smooth, isn't it? Soften. Slope. I want to get rid of that little kink there. There we go. That's better. And then we'll just soften all this. There we go. There we go. These console lines are really great. You can see them. And they're off. Cable cars are moving. That's awesome. But we still need some power and stuff. So how they're running, I don't know. Yeah, look, maybe a little bit of commercial here might make sense, and we'll hopefully join up the electricity. If not, we can just add one of those in. There we go. Not much of a commercial. There is a bit of a commercial demand at the moment, but not enough to really warrant. So that's electricity done. Water, I think this one's okay, but this one isn't. Yeah, not quite. Look, we just need to bring a little bit of water over here. There we go. You should be fine for water now. There we go. We're rocking and we're rolling. This one, I think, needs to be a little bit higher. So let's just pause the game a second, and we'll get rid of that, and then we'll raise the terrain a little there. There we go. And then we'll put those back in. There we go. It's not. I mean, you could even do something like that and then back up again, but that would be a little bit too extreme, I think. There we go. That is a nice. There we go. We've got a nice sort of relatively gradual curve now. This one here could probably be a little bit higher as well, actually. So let's just do that. Just not that much. Just a little. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And then that will go in from there to there. That should give us a really nice gradual curve all the way up. It gets a little bit steeper as it goes, but for the most part that should be fine. So these, we're going to have some flying ones for now. Oh, look at that, they find the path again. That's fantastic. Oh, awesome. Okay, so cool. So it's being used. People are heading up here. Let's see what happens when it gets up here. I hope there are people in it. No, there are no passengers in it. Okay, it's just for show. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be very used. It doesn't. I mean, it kind of doesn't really make sense that it exists, but it looks the part, doesn't it? So let's get a. We can do a 4x4 parking on this side. So let's do. Let's find some parking, and this side we'll make like a little cliff top sort of. I don't know what the word is, like a little plaza area. So let's do a 4x4 and find the 4x4 parking. Should be in here somewhere. Here we go. Is that it? Oh no, they're farmings. Absolutely loads of buildings. I definitely think in the next one I'm going to look at doing the full Rico thing. Next series, that is car park. There we go. No, nothing. Is it called parking instead? There we go. 4x4 gated parking. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I'll take that. What are you then? If you're not gated. Oh, okay, well you look pretty good as well because you've got the disabled spaces at the front there as well, which is pretty good. Yes. Yeah, that's the one we'll use. We need a little bit of work with the train though, don't we? To level you out a little. There we go. You, if anything, you need to kind of smooth yourself out a little bit there. Really, you're getting a bit stressy, aren't you? There we go. That's what we need to do. Bring the terrain right out to over here. Whoops. There we go. That's better. Yeah, much better. And a little raised bit there. I actually quite like the look of that. It looks pretty good. Okay, so there's plenty of parking there now. Whoops. Okay, so let's go to concrete. And actually, we could probably do this with the painting. There we go, yeah. I'll drag the brush size down. And we can actually paint, this area in here. This is a bit funky. This tool. I'll be honest with you. What I'm trying to do is get to there, so we've got a nice straight line-ish round the. But there we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we can. There are people coming to use it. That's good. They're going awfully long way to use it, but you know what? It's okay. I'm happy with it. So here, then we'll put some benches and stuff down. Let's go for like traditional sort of wooden. What are we stuck on here? Oh, the wire of that, aren't we? Here, okay. Okay, let's something like that. So we've got a nice little bit of a picnic area, beautiful looking over the area there. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, we can have a couple here, I guess. No, we'll gate this area, but we'll make it nice and safe. So let's have a look for a nice short fence that looks pretty good. I think you're a bit too high. Yeah, garden fence, green fence. No, you're a bit too industrial. Something like that. Maybe a little bit sort of more secure there. Well, that's pretty good. What are you? Football? Are you? No. That white one's quite nice. Actually, you're just like garden. Oh, you're quite small, actually. Slatted fence, 1 meter. No, you're definitely more. No, it's more like a garden fence, isn't it? That's no good. Picket isn't quite right for this, I don't think. That's not bad, actually. What's that? Sun's chain link fence. That could actually do it, you know. That kind of looks the right sort of level of nice looking and secure, you know. Okay, cool. Let's do that one then. We'll do it 4x4. And we'll put treeing on. And we'll go from here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. To there. And then we'll take it down to the side of the... down to the side of that there. We're going to have to go for the smaller one just to finish off the edge. And then we can go back to the larger one for here. And put a curve on to get around there. That's good. And then we can do pretty long... oh no, they don't line up quite as nice as we'd like them to, do they? Let's go back to those. They don't line up very nicely at all, actually. I think it's because we're going downhill a little, so let's do these smaller ones just till we get off the slope. Which is like there-ish, yeah. All this area needs to be... Yeah, we pretty much need it all the way down, don't we, actually? Let's be honest. Let's cut to this one then, and get a nice long curve. The other thing I wanted to do in this episode was have a look at the railings for the edge of the area of the motorway. Sorry. Now, I'm struggling here. Let's just get this right. Yeah, the motorway railings was something we were looking at in the last episode. You've all very kindly named what they're called, but unfortunately that's what I was looking for. There was somebody pointed out that they're called Armco railings, and that's exactly what I was looking for. Couldn't find any on the workshop, and yeah, really struggled to find anything that works. So I think we're going to have another good look at the workshop for that to find something that really does work properly. This is going to be careful not to go over the path too much. There, I think. There we go. That's kind of where we need them to stop. That's fine. A safety barrier all the way up the side of the mountain there, so people aren't horrifically dying as they visit the cable car. So then we'll carry on from here. And then we'll take this around We might as well take it around the path here. Would make sense. Join it with you. Yeah, and that kind of makes sense then, I guess, doesn't it? And then we could, you know, we could always just cap this last little bit off here. And then people are pretty much, I mean, there's this area here, but we'll end up doing something with this anyway, to be honest. In fact, we could do with some parking there, so let's do 4x4, oops, 4 by... And we could do a bit of that here, and... okay, what about a 3x4 then? 4x3? No. 4x1? Everything but. Okay, what about 4x2 then? There we go, we'll put you in that way. There we go, nice bit of parking there. So we've got plenty of parking space for the cable cars. They don't look too extreme, do they? Let's have a look. That's probably a little extreme, but I think overall that's not too bad. And we have had a few things moving over here as well, which is pretty good. We've got a nice little... oh, that's cool. Look, little checkers. That's the sort of thing I'd like to see here, actually. Little diner. You know, people can come in. It's not really a touristy area, but, you know, if tourists really wanted to, they could come over here and do this. This is an activity to do for the day. They could get the cable car up to the satellite. I think that's pretty neat. All right, cool. So, yeah, let's have another look. Like I say, we've got a bit of a funky road problem there, but you know what? We'll just have a little go at moving it. There we go. All you have to do sometimes is just that. Yeah, here, Armco roads. Let me have another little look for them, because I thought I'd have something, but I don't think I have. Guardrail. Oops, spell guard right. No, see, guardrail doesn't really give us what we want. Railing doesn't really give us what we want either. Although, oh, we have some really nice railings here. I have to remember them for next time. They're under railings and not fence. Mostly bits of, you know, cars and trailers. Unfortunately, yeah. Again, I'm still looking. I know they exist because I've seen Uthras use them. I might just have to give him a message, to be fair, and see. I know it's really annoying for people just to say, "What's this bit you're using?" So I probably won't do that to him, but it might be the only way I can find out what's going on. Is try and cap this area off as well at some point and figure out the last few bits of concrete. What's happening here? Oh my word! Look at that. How on earth do trains deal with that? Let's see if we can smooth that out a little. That one, is it? Oy vey, that's awful, isn't it? Let's see if we can't pull them out a little. There we go. How strange. No, I don't want to... tree turning up out of nowhere. Okay, that looks a bit better. I mean, still really weird, but that's a little bit better. Somebody pointed out that having these cranes around over electrical wires is ridiculous, and yeah, you're completely right, it is. Never mind. We'll live with it. Yeah, jobs seems to be a problem over here, but we'll really struggle for space over here of where to build industrial. I've got a feeling Sycamore Park may have to go and become a residential area. I know it's awful, but if we really want to keep the place from not falling into itself, I think that might be what we have to do, unfortunately. The other option is as well is to sort of build a few sort of lower levels down here, you know, rather than just having a large plateau. We could have a few little roads that come along here, kind of like what we've done here, and have some sort of flatter areas there. But anyway, the cable car is operational, looking great, looking really good. Very happy with how that's turned out, and we'll just have to sort of keep an eye on it in the future. Over here, we're doing pretty good. There's a few places they're saying they haven't got guests, I think, not enough customers. So we probably need to look at expanding our infrastructure to allow more tourists in. I don't know. I think personally, probably I might start sort of tying up this series now a little, and maybe starting a second series that's a little bit more design focused than this one. Maybe having a few time lapses in there as well, using a bit more of the Rico stuff so we can actually place individual buildings a little bit more. That's is what I'd kind of like to see, but I'd like you to let me know and see what you think. So these have all shot up really well here. We've got this really large space behind them. I wonder if we should low density commercial. The turnip store, that's called. Skeletor's workshop. They have some weird names for places. Maybe kind of fill that area in a little bit. What's this here? Oh, we've got a KFC. Yeah, how good's that? 1963 KFC, old school KFC. Yeah, like little buildings like that we can place down individually. I think maybe that's going to be the future of this series, or at least the next series. There is a concert going on, or is there about to be? Can we upgrade our concert? No, we're still 4 of 6. Looks like there's one coming up though. Yeah, there is. Let's speed up and well, it's still going to take quite a while, isn't it? Elijah Moti is performing. Hopefully that pushes their popularity up. And then Nestor is performing in March. And then we should be able to upgrade. Okay, well, then hopefully in the next episode then we'll be able to upgrade that and see what the second tier looks like. They've also announced a new DLC on the way as well, called Green Cities, which is going to be a well, it's going to be a Green Cities pack, so lots of like renewable energy and things like that. So what I'm thinking is maybe starting a second series that's a little bit more like a futuristic green city, loads of public transport, pretty much only public transport almost, you know, loads of monorail systems, things like that. You know, a little bit more design focused. It's all very laid out properly as opposed to this sort of like higgledy-piggledy. It's a bit more like a design city. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. What would you like to see happen with Cities Skylines on the channel? I'm still really enjoying it. But I feel like the last couple of episodes, at least, of this series, I've kind of just been like filling in little bits and, you know, not really pushing myself too much. So I'd like to know what you think about whether or not a second city is worth it, maybe with a bit more of a, like I say, a design focus. And also now I've learned a lot about the game. There are a lot of things I wouldn't do next time. And also with DLC coming out, it's sometimes very difficult to add DLC into a city that's already built. You know, if they bring out a new monorail system or whatever, you know, high-speed monorail or something, it's really tricky to then figure out where the hell that would fit in here. You know, we've kind of done it with trams. We've made trams work when they came out, but overall it's quite tricky to fill in. There's lots of spaces where I'd like to do a little bit more design work like here as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see for this. This looks like there's a bit of a death wave going on over here. Oh my words, should we get something over here? An incinerator. Can we fit you in somewhere? Ooh, there, lovely. You get to work, please. Go and pick up all them dead bodies. Good work. Right, thank you very much for watching. Either way, we've done our cable car in this episode. It looks great. So let me know what you would like to see happen with cities. Would you like to, do you prefer this sort of overview, bigger, you know, just sort of placing down bits? Would you prefer it if we spend a little bit more time on detail, but perhaps in each episode we only ever get you know, a little square done? I don't know. I'd like to hear what you guys think of the series and where you'd like to see it go in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, pop them down in the comments below this video. And if you fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at JohnTSparrow. Please join in with the Geekism community over on our Discord server. You'll find the link to that in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.